What's up, Maria?
Hey, what's up, John?
Hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? Okay, that episode took us, it was so long to get to that
It was long.
episode.
Yep.
It
Same.
was like, I want to say it was, I just said 3 hours, maybe like 4 hours to get to that whole episode. It was like a pausing, too much like trying to translate.
Yes.
Can't
Making sure
stand
you
it.
didn't miss anything. Yeah.
I'm like, Cody, what they say? Who that, huh? What happened? It's like, I need like to get like the court reporting machine back out. And just like so, like you just start typing. Actually,
That would be cool.
Actually, wait a minute now. You should think about that. Actually, that there might be some thought into that. That actually might make sense. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let me see that one epiphany already, and we just started. All right. Let's see who's here. Let's see. Tuxedo Cat. Oh my God. Sorry. Hi. Welcome. Hello, Maria. Okay, so
Hello.
it's Julie's birthday today, everybody.
Happy birthday, Julie!
So let's wish Julie a very happy birthday.
We love you, Julie!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Julie. Happy birthday to you. Oh wait, I had a big finish. Oh, hold on. Let me just hold that last bar.
Ooh.
Right there. I learned how to do that. And there we go. Okay, so back to hi, everybody. Let's see. So we have Julie, Digital Pen Ann, hello, Virgie, Elizabeth Rodriguez, Velvet Pixie, Jay Freak, Just Jules, Elizabeth Rodriguez, Sabrina, Missy, Brenda Faye. I feel like I'm like out of breath. I'm like winded. I'm like one more step, John. Hold on. I'm just gonna get myself up there. Hold on. I lost my place. Okay. Chantel Gucci, Crystal 54, Natalie M. Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, let me get through this before. Brooklyn's World, Linda B, Ringo Home, Gina Ellie, hello, Critolyn, Brooke, Kelly Smith, Rhonda S. I didn't know if I should say Siamese or S. So I was like S. We've had a long day. It was a great day, but a long one.
Yeah, like you posted that the temperature was really warm there.
We get up like in like the AM, like rough guys. Like before The Price is Right comes on, type of early, like ugh. So, but it was really nice. 74 degrees here today in early March. Like you never see temperature like that.
No, that's
crazy. Haint Blue, hello. I think I might have skipped people. Is that the Geneva? Sarah Geneva. Well, formerly the Geneva. Now Sarah Geneva, the one and only. There you go. Hello. Ew, hibbity bibbity. Her Royal Highness, Sarah Geneva, the one and only. See? Oh. Hello, Drea. These roll calls are like becoming a thing.
They are.
It's like the free previews at the movie theater. Like
yes. Everybody get your drinks.
It's your window. It's your curtain. If you gotta pee, go now. Speaking of peeing, let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
Ever since I gave up the Coke for Lent, right? The Coca-Cola for Lent, the soda Coca-Cola for Lent. I've been on this iced tea kick. So pretty much, I don't know what's worse because I've totally abandoned the Coca-Cola brand classic edition, not New Coke either. For like Arizona sweet tea, real brewed, and it's like I think the soda might be better than this. I don't know because like this stuff.
You gotta make it yourself. That's good.
Like,
make it yourself.
I'm not a big tea drinker, but like, does it make you pee every 20 minutes? Because like, I'm gonna have to take like 5 bathroom breaks, like in the middle of this, because this is like intense. But the good thing is, like, when I do pee, it's like clear white. Like I am like all my toxins are out. I am good.
That is good.
Pure as the snow. So sorry. Let's get back to that roll call, yeah?
Yes.
Bonnie Patterson, hello.
Is that where we are? I've
Katie Lane.
lost track.
That was like my third aside during roll call. We should like make it like a record. I'm breaking all sorts of records tonight. Barbie, I think I said hi. I don't know. Hello again. Oh no, there's Miss Her Royal Highness Sarah Geneva again. Ooh. Sorry. You know you had to change it to like HRH Sarah Geneva, the one and only.
Ooh.
And you're welcome. Amanda Sanders. Okay, April Rain. Sharori, Christina B, Denise 43, Jenny Gilman, Rhodey Gal. Look, I found a treasure trove of new people who I didn't say hello to yet.
Right?
Sheila, Mel B. I absolutely loved it. Cody's like, do you hear Cody? I absolutely loved it. Crittolin, I think I said hi before, but we're like just like how. Oh, we're at the 7-minute mark. Sweets and Beyond, Melissa, G, Goody, Coco, Digital Pen, Addie. Hello, Addie. Hello, Maureen. It's like the lightning round now. Ooh,
you aren't getting faster though.
I had to get my pointer finger a break because I've been holding on to it this whole time. Poor guy, overworked. Gina Alm, I think I said hi to you, but it's been probably like 5 minutes since I said hi to you last time. So what's up again? Nuts and Board. Oh my God. Nuts and Board. Okay. I'll get to you. Hold on. I got to say something about Nuts and Board. Remind me. Please.
Okay.
Darnell. Oh my God. We just got to the peeing part. I'm really behind. Okay. We're going to get through this, guys, together. Elizabeth Weller. Narco. I think I got Brenda. Oh, I'm at the bottom. Okay. Just like in life. Okay.
You made it.
Cheers.
Wow.
Arizona tea for everybody.
Yay. I'll drink my Coke Zero though. Coke Zero.
Reckless Grace. Hello. Okay. Reckless Grace. Look, she knew when to come in. She bypassed this whole thing. She came in right at the right time. I was like, hey, what's up, Reckless Grace? First one to make it after roll call.
Nice.
Okay. So Nuts and Board sent me this very cool device. So watch. It's like a thing.
Okay.
And okay, so watch. Hibbity bibbity. And then you hear it? Did it come out?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. And now I can like listen. Now I have my own hibbity bibbity button or whatever I want, whatever else. So I loved it. And she sent me, here it is, a kazoo that I'm having a real hard time.
I'll walk you through it real quick.
Mastering.
You were making
not even
it real
mastering.
Hard.
Just trying to get a sound out of it. Okay, so it's like in this like really cool little case. Nice. It comes like a little carabiner. If you had to be like climbing up a mountain and let's break out like into like a medley.
It's a quality. It's a quality.
I really love the bag. You're like good to go. I can't even get. Oh, it's got a zipper. Look at that. Ooh. I mean, this is like.
In case you have to go to band practice, you got a case to carry your kazoo in.
So here's the kazoo.
Okay.
Now what do I do?
Put the big side in your mouth. Okay.
The big side.
That's what she said.
Okay, and then.
All right, and then almost.
Wait, let me change the title to this. Hashtag kazoo lessons. Hashtag ASMR. Let me cover all my bases. Go ahead.
Okay, you don't blow in it. You almost like singing it, but with your mouth closed, like rah ha 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 ha. Don't blow. I just told you not to blow when you're blowing. Sing into it. La
Oh. Okay, well, we were doing it the other way, first of all. So that's probably why we were.
Well,
Okay.
it'll work either way.
And then what do you do with this thing? You just twist it?
No, nothing.
Oh, so this is just for looks. You don't twist it or nothing?
That's just a hole that holds the wax paper piece in there. So don't mess with that. Leave it be. It's like humming, but a little more projection-y.
Okay, this is really pathetic.
Stop blowing. Why do you keep blowing though?
Nope. And now I just spit everywhere.
Because you keep blowing. Can you really not just
like that?
Yeah, try that. But okay, so yeah, you're not humming through your mouth. So just sing like this and
sing like this.
But keep your mouth closed around
Okay.
it.
All right, we'll revisit this another day. But we'll get there. And thank you, Nuts and Board, for that.
You made a little bit of noise out of it. You got a little.
That works just fine. See?
All right.
And once I figure out how to hum into that, listen, there are a lot of things I can't do in life. I can never blow bubbles in bubble gum. No, I can't.
Oh, in bubble gum. That's different. I thought you meant like with a little.
I've probably blown like 4 bubbles in my whole life, and I've been chewing gum my whole life, and like it's like, like an angel's got its wings. And they were all accidental, but I also can't whistle.
Whistling's hard.
I
think it sounds like you have the same problem over and over again, is that you like to blow too hard.
Well, that's why Cody loves me so much. So
it could be.
And you're welcome.
You have to be gentle sometimes. I don't whistle that well. Go lick your lips a lot too.
I have a hard time snapping my fingers at times. Like, I'm not really that mechanical there either. I can't roll my R's like Enrique. Like, that's as close as it's gonna get. And that was really hard, being a Spanish major and wanting to be a Spanish teacher, and then having like 30 credits of Spanish, and like, yeah.
My mother's first language is Spanish, and she can't roll her R's. So
there's like a lot of like little weird things that I can't do. And then I also had this as a birthday gift today. And my birthday's not yet. This is early. Thank you so much. This is super cool. This is like, okay, let me get rid of Julie's comment.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I hate going full screen, but I think I might have to on this one. Okay. This is a record, actually.
What?
And this is like a vintage record, like from the 1980s. Like this is like the original artwork for when like the Care Bears first came out, and you could tell that that's like how they originally were drawn. Well, I know, and that's all that matters. If you have a Care Bear question, you come to me. And then on the other side, and like see the hole in the middle, like that's where it played right there.
So the album had all of that art printed on it?
I guess. And it says side 2. But super cool. And I love unique stuff like this. And I never even knew you could do this with a record.
I didn't either.
So it's pretty cool. And I love it so much. So thank you. Because this is amazing. I didn't even know you could do that with a record. Cody's like, is that a record? I'm like, I think so. Because we didn't know what, like, oh, wait. Let me put Maria back. I didn't know. I'm like, there's a hole in there. And, like, we thought it was a lampshade at first. I'm like, that can't be a lampshade because, like, the light bulb would be too high.
Yeah.
And then it was a record. I'm like, wait. And I saw part side A, side 2. And I'm like, is this a record?
Does it have the lines in it?
Yeah, it sure does.
Cool. That's cool.
I don't know if you could. No, you probably can't see him. I'll take a picture.
I can't really see the lines.
I'll
Yep.
post it. Yeah, you know what? I'll post it because it's really pretty. So, and I love it. So, thank you. All right. So now, 15 minutes in, and we haven't said, with our
That's okay.
with our 13-minute roll call. You know what, guys? We have in the game the best and longest roll call, guys. Snaps or half snaps for me. There we go. So where do you want to start tonight?
Well, I don't know. I think Usman was that was a pretty short one.
Sometimes if I lick my lip, like if I go like this and lick my fingers, I'll get like more, see it better, but like I've never been a talented snapper. And it's bothered me. You can't snap your fingers. I'm like, sometimes. Depends on how many I've tossed back and how squirrely I'm feeling, to be honest with you. So where are we starting tonight?
I would start with Usman and Kimberly because they're very short.
Okay. So yeah, there's not much to it. I have like 4 things written down. Okay, so Kim and Usman. So Usman has to sit her down and let her know that, he really was giving it to Zara.
He was.
And it seemed that it may have fallen under the same window of time. There might have been some overlap.
There was some overlap, yes.
Between, Usman and Zara and Usman and Kimberly.
Correct.
Now, Kimberly asked him how long ago was it when it was 4 months ago that they stopped dating, and that they had been talking for a year already at that point.
Well, so about 2 weeks after Kimberly and Usman started talking to each other, he started also talking to Zara, and they had a real relationship, and he was in love with her, and then she broke up with him. And
2 weeks before Kimberly, though, before he's
no,
right.
It was 2 weeks after he started talking to Kimberly, so it was fully overlapping, and then. But they really dated.
So he talked to Kimberly first, and then Zara came?
Yep.
Oh.
And then she broke up with him 4 months ago before Kimberly came to wherever they are, Tanzania.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that the first time around. Oh, that changes things. Oh. Wow.
Yep. And he loved her, and she broke up with him.
Wow. Like, I hate to even laugh at Kim, because that's just sad. Poor thing.
Yeah, and Kimberly was like, "Why are you telling me this now?" And she just feels like a fool.
Well, because he just sowed his royal oats. So now he had, now the deed's been done. So now I have to come clean with you, I guess, on everything before it comes out.
Yeah, because now they're officially boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So now he owes it to her to tell her. Before then, they were just friends, and so I guess it was none of her business.
Correct.
But she had been telling him that she loved him and that he was the only person in her life that she was thinking about, and he could have stopped her there.
Don't forget, he's not a scammer. He posted that a couple months ago. He's no scammer. And then I had to remind everybody to watch the video I did with him when he said, "Oh yeah, I scammed Lisa." But he's no scammer. He's a good guy, guys. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah, no, and I lost what I was saying. But anyway, like, she doesn't want to be perceived as somebody who's trying to steal somebody's man or who's trying to get in the middle of somebody else's relationship. And yet she was talking to him through his entire relationship with Zara, but didn't know it. She would have backed away if he had just said, "I'm in a relationship." She wouldn't have gotten her heart invested.
So while he was dating Zara, they're locally, they're 2 singers. They're very, age appropriate. They make a cute little couple. So he was.
But I thought she was American.
Is she American? I thought she was also from. I thought she was from Tanzania.
Oh, I don't know. No. In my mind, she was American, and she was like pow pow. Her body was.
No, isn't his ex an American? No. Yes.
I thought Zara that we're talking about. Oh, well, Rody Gale says no. Zara is American. Oh, but now she says, nope, she's from the U.S. Well, now you're confusing me, Brody Gal.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
is
could've
Zara
sworn
from
Zara
America? She's American.
There's two Zaras, right?
The one that Usman was having the affair with, well, the relationship with.
Yeah, I think that she was American.
Okay, everyone
lovely.
in the so the chat, we just asked the audience, and the audience confirms that it is indeed American. That's the answer.
Age appropriate, banging body. But yeah, she couldn't deal with his, his always having all these other women everywhere in his DMs and in his life.
Well, didn't Lisa say that he can't come here?
Well, he can't come here. You're right. He tried to apply for like a military visa or something. And you can't just willy-nilly apply for a military visa. You have to have a reason. Are you doing some sort of training here in the U.S.? You can't just randomly apply for a military visa. And I think he did. And I'm sure that made him look like, what are you doing, bro? So
I just want to know what Kimberly was sending him, because according to Kimberly, they were dating this whole time. So,
but how could they have been when they weren't boyfriend and girlfriend and he wouldn't sleep with her or even in a room?
First off, he never gave her his Letterman jacket. Okay. He never pinned her ever. He never got her a corsage.
Right. No class ring.
And she never asked him to the Sadie Hawkins dance. So there we go.
Exactly.
No sock hop. I'm just saying.
What else happened? Oh, when they got back to the hotel, and she was kind of like over it. She's like, "This isn't gonna. I don't want to see you anymore. This is not gonna work." And he's bringing her.
Oh, is that when
back?
he brought the PS5 and they were hurling the PS5 and the MacBook upstairs?
Yeah. So he's bringing the gifts back, and she's like, "I can't fit this stuff in my luggage. I don't want it back except for the laptop. I'll take that."
I would have taken the laptop too if I had to make a selfish choice, because that's a very hard decision between a new MacBook and a PS5. I mean, I don't know what I would do, guys. I mean, I'd probably take the MacBook because I need it more than a PS5, but that is you can't find a PS5 here anywhere. But the MacBook is worth more. So,
Yeah, maybe she's not a big gamer.
Good for her. I mean,
yes.
She could have returned it. So,
she could have.
Yeah, here's my notes. He's returning gifts. She keeps laptop. Then they're fighting about Zara. Then he starts talking about Lisa without saying her name. He starts shading Lisa.
He does.
Oh, this is the same thing that happened with my ex-wife. And
she was real angry and demanding too, and I don't like that in Kimberly. So I think it's good that we just have some time apart right now. Tried to flip it around.
She freaks out. She controls me the same way.
I don't think it's too much to ask. I don't think it's too much to ask that somebody just be upfront with you before you decide to date what you were doing beforehand, so there's no confusion.
Yeah. I mean, how would she feel? Like, I would feel like an idiot getting there. She goes, I feel stupid. I'm like, say stupid one more time, and Mother Chantel's gonna pop out with a cowboy hat.
It's about to get a whole lot more stupider.
Yeah, that's it. You gotta say her name 3 times, and she comes out. But I would feel like an idiot, going there and her not knowing that they were dating, and seeing them together is a lot different than seeing him and Kim together. And then I remember she was being really coy with her that episode too. She was like, "Why is she here?" or whatever, which were valid points. That's when she acted like his manager that episode. And then to have to see him or her again and have everybody know it but you. Oh my! After you're the one spending all the money on this and everything out and
but for her it was about her heart, but all of those other things do make you look incredibly stupid, right? Over and above having your heart broken, you feel like a real idiot for having spent all of your money and time and then begging for sex, of course.
Well, don't forget that. I mean, that was the silver lining. Wait, I'm trying to make sure I don't skip over. anything.
I don't think you did. We got it all. It was a short one.
No, I know. Okay. Okay, good. All right, so moving on. Who are we going to next?
Oh gosh, this one's long. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Who did you like the least? Hamza in Memphis?
Yeah, they were kind of lame. We could do them. I mean, they really are like watching grass grow. Okay, so their scene starts with, it's right after Memphis has to come clean about why she had to go to the ex-husband's house for 4 days, and so Hamza feels bad. So then, it's Memphis' idea or both of their idea to go meet with a translator so they could speak freely with each other and get everything out there in the open.
Yes.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Okay.
I thought he was a decent translator too.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. I mean, and Hamza was giving him paragraphs. I don't even know how he remembered half the stuff that he had said. So then he goes. He worked. He's hoping that the translator will explain. Then he runs. But what I write, see, it was so hard because their parts are the hardest for me because I have no idea what they're saying, so I'm trying to watch the screen and just write like I'm a doctor, and it's all scribble scrabble. What do you got on this, Maria?
What do I got on this? Okay, so
he's gonna run. He's afraid that she's gonna run back to her ex-husband if they have problems again.
Exactly. Yeah. Is it normal? I don't think it's normal that you're doing that. And would you do that again if we were together and we were having problems? Would you run to him? And she's like, no. But also, she needs to have a relationship with her ex-husband still. She needs to keep one for her children. And she was a little bit pushy when she was saying that. And then they kind of started, Hamza was like, why are you getting so angry? Why are you you need to be calm, basically. Yeah, why are you yelling? Yeah, I don't like it when you get angry.
And she yells in that slow-mo. She's like, Hamza, didn't I tell you about procedure, contract, clause, wedding, marriage, now, papers, sign? That's all you ever hear.
It's it's exactly like that. And I think, the next thing she says kind of tells you why it's like that, right? She says, I have so much riding on this, and I'm doing so much to make this relationship happen and for you to come to America. I'm going against my friends and my family who don't believe in you because I love you. So, you can see why there was probably a lot of work for her to get to where she's at. And she just sees we need to get married as the next part in the process. But they can't communicate effectively because they speak different languages.
Right.
And when she tries
to get married faster.
Yeah. It's hard because I bet that they would have a much better relationship if they spoke the same language. I really think because I do think they try to understand each other and how the other one's feeling. They do try to, but they can't read each other's minds. So
I will say to Megan, oh my God. Again, guys, I had to wake up before The Price is Right came on today, so this has been a super long day for me. And then long day. So yeah, not Memphis. No, it is Memphis, not Megan.
It is Memphis. It's not Megan.
And I'm just drinking iced tea, guys, and there's nothing in here. I promise. So she did take accountability. Memphis. There we go. I think when he did tell the translator about the yelling, and then the translator told her, and then I think maybe for the first time she made her realize that she was being a bit much.
And she's pushing too hard. Yeah.
And then she started crying and made me feel bad. So then Hamza goes, you're always a part of me. But let's get to the second part of this because this is I think this might be my favorite part, just for touristy, visualistic stuff that you never see, ever. So Hamza is taking Memphis to this like historic city. I'm also pretty like sure was religious, just old, to go propose. So they're driving through like deserts, and this place didn't look like the coolest place ever.
It did look cool. It did look cool. What was it called? Hammam Zaribi or something. Zariba.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna try and pronounce it, but like I kept like waiting for like Jesus Christ to come out like one of those like little doors, like hi, and like wave. It was like so old timey like that, or like
old timey. And then they would look through like holes in the brick, and there'd be like a chicken or a goat,
or like a herd of goats. There was like a whole like there was like a murder of like goats there.
I don't know that a murder is the unit of goats, but
I know that they're for crows, but I think we could use them for goats too.
Okay, a murder of goats.
Or like like the guy from like the Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, like the Templar Knight, like that's where you'd go to find like the Holy Grail at the end of the movie, like that kind of old rustic-y type of place. Super cool. I really want to go there. And he has like a little like bag of goodies. They're taking her there. He's got a surprise, so he makes her wait by the abandoned goats.
Yeah, where she's like, ugh. It was so awkward.
There's a couple like stray dogs and like some like there's like then I feel like there was like a guy with a cape. Like, did you see like a guy with a cape?
There was a guy with a cape? I missed the guy.
I don't know. He's like some weird looking guy though. Or maybe it was like a big goat. I don't know. It would just it wouldn't be a place I'd want to stand alone for like a little bit. But he comes out with his his little white tux on, and he looked really good. And he proposes, and she goes, "Are you going to sign?"
You trust me? You trust me?
You trust papers now? Sign? Yes.
Yep.
I
trust you. Okay, I'll marry you.
Yeah.
But then she sort of turned into goo, right? Like that whole scene was very like, so we're gonna do this, very. It wasn't lovey-dovey. But then afterwards, when she's talking, to the camera person, when the two of them are just standing there, she had a smile on her face, and she looked like she was letting herself feel something for a minute, which was
they actually like laughed together for like right after it, and it was like the first time they actually looked like they were like genuinely happy. They had like a giggle, and I'm like, oh, that looks like a real laugh. Okay.
Yep. As long as they're talking about butts and boobs, they seem to be happy. So
they're good. What else are we? Oh, so next week looks good though because the mom wants to take a shot at Memphis with the translator.
Yeah.
And I don't think the mom's going to be holding back. Mom's going to be game on. Much like, let's go to Mikey and Ximena. Much like.
Okay.
See that segue right there? Much like Mikey's friend John's fiance's, whoever she is, I
got like 3 pages on them.
On that. I have a lot written down for that too. All right, and I have to it's been I'm surprised I lasted this long. I have to extinguish my iced tea. I'll be right back. Maria, tell everybody a joke.
Oh my gosh, you guys think I have jokes at the ready?
I don't know. You should be ready for this stuff when you're on my show. Come on.
Jokes. Don't have any jokes. Okay. So there's this rabbi, and and he likes to take care of all of these little creatures in the forest, and they're named trids. And
stories. It's
they're just these little creatures that live in the woods, and they're called trids. But everybody else that sees a trid, they come by and they just kick them. They just kick the trids. And the rabbi is like, "Why are you kicking these trids? It's one of God's creatures. Why are you kicking them?" And the guy who keeps, kicking the trids, the guy who keeps kicking them is like, "Silly rabbi, kicks her for trids." I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was a very bad joke. I don't have any jokes. I'm sorry. Oh my god! My mom's party was good. We had a crawfish boil. It was super fun. Oh my gosh! Thank you for asking. Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. I apologize. I really don't have any jokes.
All right.
Here he comes. Good. My joke wasn't long enough. I should have stretched it out.
Wow, that just was like just pure white. It's like I'm peeing in water. Really, this iced tea really cleans you out. I gotta say. Okay, moving on. Are we good?
Yes. Mikey
All
and
right,
Ximena.
so Mikey and Ximena. All right.
I'm gonna need a joke book for the future.
All right, so this is the best love story of all time.
For real. Nothing but love.
I mean,
Or
really.
we can learn the difference.
Could you imagine if
between...
Shakespeare was around to like witness this classic love story? Like the novels and the poems and the literature he would write off of.
I think it would be great. We could make this work.
All right, so we have Ximena not in love with Mike. No. Hates him.
No. I mean, yes.
Sleeps with her children with him in the bed. Stays out till 9 o'clock in the morning since he's been there. The sheer look of him is utter disgust. If he wants to wake her up, she'll stay in a half hour late or go back to the club. Not a big fan since the second he got there.
Not a big fan. Right.
And Mike's like, what's going on? Like, I'm not feeling a connection.
Yep. She's like, I have my doubts. And he's like, what are the doubts? And she's like, man, we can talk about them later. I'm sleepy.
And that was like, it goes, tomorrow I'm sleepy. That's what I have written down. Then production asks if he's okay because he runs back into the kids' room.
Mm-hmm.
And just does a hard face into the mattress. So he was crying.
Yeah, he was in the fetal position having a cry.
Yeah,
Terrible.
just letting it out. Silent tears, on the bed. So production runs in. They're like, Mike, are you okay? You don't have a knife on you there, buddy, do you? And he's like, I'm not doing so good. And he wants to be left alone. And he goes, I guess that things changed.
Yeah. Something's changed. I don't know what it is. Why can't we talk about it? And
that caught my eye. Let me see. Paige said Reddit folks were saying tonight that maybe they knew each other over webcam, and that's why he was so eager for her not to work and pay her bills. She wouldn't get. Oh.
Not that I trust Reddit as a source, but that's.
I know. I go. Usually, I be the last person I ever agree with, but that actually makes sense. So I could see that. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, because even though she said she did nails, it sounded like she was learning to do nails, and not really that she did it as a profession. So.
Well, so does that mean that now it's been 2 couples this season that?
Oh, wait, Drea said she said it in a comment. Oh, okay.
Oh. So that's 2 cast members, Gino and Mikey, that, it wasn't, again, no Shakespeare to witness this. I mean, really a loss for humanity again. That's all I can say.
Yes. Yep. They didn't meet their women in the most honest way. We'll just say that.
Well, no, I mean, listen, it's profession.
Yes, it's a profession.
I mean, does that mean now, if you really just want to get on the show, you could I would think pay anybody, right? How do you?
Wait, what are you saying?
I mean, listen, it's 2 couples this season now.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least it explains why she wanted boobies so badly. You know, she's like, let's get him to pay for those so I can get back to work since, you know, I'm done squeezing money out of him. So or as Drea said, somebody translated her comment and said that she said he's gross naked.
Well, I mean, did anybody think he was going to be like, you know?
I feel like I can imagine what he looks like, and it's just regular.
Come on.
He's a little pale. He's got a little round belly. It's not excessive. I don't know. He's just
hello.
Generic looking person. What?
I don't know. I can't. Well, yeah, I would agree with you there, Gina. I don't know. Ick. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be, and like, you know, he's already farting on top of you naked. You know, you really want to not kind of scare anybody else away. Then you get like the skid mark problem. So who knows how?
So many problems.
It's maybe you need a hazmat suit. I don't know. I think I might, just because of all that.
Yeah, no, I mean he's got some problems. He's got some problems, but he's gonna call up his friend John and get some advice.
Old Johnny Boy is like, why are you still there? You should have left 10 minutes ago.
He literally said that. Yeah, he says you're spending all this time and money on her, and who's benefiting from that? Who's benefiting? I mean, I guess they both are in their own special way, but you know.
I don't know what Mikey's benefiting from.
Well, now he's not. I guess initially he was, because I mean, there was intimacy the first time he visited, but doesn't sound like this time there's going to be any.
Yeah, but like, I guess that would have to happen. I mean, the webcam thing makes a lot of sense because then, like, you know,
it does.
That's how she paid for her family, and then it would make sense if he didn't want it, if he wanted her all to himself. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Gina. Ah, I like that. Look, I can say it at the same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hibbity bibbity. Look, I'm in unison. Ooh. Okay. So, all right. So then the buddy says leave, and then one last chance because Mikey is such a hopeless romantic.
Hopeless.
He asked John to ask his fiance, who can speak Spanish, to speak to him and Ximena, where she can be the translator, and they could get out whatever they need to get out.
Yeah.
And that goes to the fun part of this episode.
It does, because normally a translator doesn't ask her own questions. And
she went in. And the translator went in, and then he had no idea what she was saying. So she was like, well, let me answer something else, you know. So, you know, first off, Ximena didn't want to be on, I guess, on the screen with her or like on camera with her or whatever. She just wanted to, you know, not do it. But she's doing it because he asked and whatever. And I really think she wants him to leave. Like, she hasn't been happy the second he got there, and he surprised her. She was like, you know, I got plans.
I got plans. You just maybe reschedule my boob job. Very upset. So yeah, the first thing he asks is what did they ask first? Oh, things were different when you met in person. Oh, that's what else he says. Like, things were basically, he was asking, you know, what's going on? Were things different when you met in person? And Ximena was like, yes. I lay down to sleep and he's there staring at me like a weird bug. So I have to sleep in a different room.
He also, and she's like, wow. And then Mikey's like, what'd she say? And she's like, said that, you know, you stand over her and you look like a bug. And like now, like I thought he was gonna like deny it. He's like, no, I only did like those like 10 times. I could totally see him standing over her, like, you know, like this close to her face, like when she like wakes up and you like, you know, and you see the eyes and like that's how close he is. Yes. I mean, really, who doesn't?
He's like, not I was just admiring you. I wasn't being a creep. No.
Cody, come here. I need to give a visual. Creep. Come here.
What?
Come here. I need an extra, and the cat's not going to cut it. Like, come here.
What am I doing?
get here. Like, look, this is how close he is. Like, okay, so pretend you're sleeping, and then this is him, and like in the morning. No, you're sleeping, and then this is him. Like, and then like you wake up, and I'm like right there. See that's
exactly.
See, that's it, and I believe every second of that. Still weird, but and he's like, no, I was just admiring her beauty, and like I get that, he's happy to be with somebody so pretty, and
He's like, tell me I'm beautiful.
And she's pretty, but still weird. And if I woke up to that every day, I would not. I'd be like, whatever. So what else was he? He was a piggish.
He's
piggish. He's
well, that was after. Yeah, that was after Nelsie asked, what do you like about him? And said she goes to all the things she doesn't like.
Like, tell me one thing you like about him, and it was like everything she hated.
Yeah, that's gross.
Why would she even agree to marry him though? If like that was, like, did she think that he had more money and he ran out, or did she think that it was really ever going to be serious? Let me see what Gina said.
It's a free ride.
She has no pride herself. She had a baby and she got some
on baby birthday.
And her kids been there. Oh, she's she's definitely she knows how to work a biz like because but then at the same time, can we be mad at her if that's what her line of work was and he asked her to stop it and then he'd take care of her? I mean, like, how could you even be mad at her for it? I mean, like,
I agree with you, but once you say you're going to marry somebody, I can understand why he would think that she loves him. He would think that, that this is real, but, and then he gets there and she's being all like, ew, you're gross. Go sleep somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like he's got like the cooties, like in second grade, and like she's like, no, you got the cooties and get away from me, and you ain't got no cootie shot.
Yep.
So
and she tried, man. She tried that first trip. She tried. He farted on top of her. There's no coming back from that. I don't think. I don't know.
But what happened in between, like, when he left and when everything was great and the kids all hugged him and it was like, I can't wait to get married and, whatever. And between then.
Well, the excitement of being engaged wore off and she had time to think about it without the pressure of her family. And she's like, I just can't do it. He's gross.
Or a film crew.
Or a film crew. Yep.
All right. So what else do we have? So here's my notes, and I have like
Oh, there's more.
Go ahead.
There's more. Okay, so Nelsie, the translator, she goes, does it make you feel bad that you've taken all the money he's given you?
Oh yeah.
And she's like, well, first she says no, and then she says thank you, as if like this is an opportunity to give some information. And she says, because I wasn't working, my kids have everything, but I can work. And I did before we were together. I was working. And Nelsie's like, whoa.
That was
Mike.
the bomb being dropped.
Yeah. Yeah, like he didn't want her to work. She was working. This was him.
Yeah, he asked her to stop working. And again, I was waiting for Mikey to be like, no, that never happened. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. Strike 2 for Mikey.
Yeah. So you start to get it, like she wasn't really taking advantage of him in the same way that they were making it seem. This was his choice. He put her in that situation. He said, stop doing this kind of work. I'll take care of you. And so
what was the translator's name? I keep forgetting it.
About what?
Well, translator. Oh shoot. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Help, I need a translator. What was I gonna say? Oh, I got it. You could tell she was like disappointed with him when like he copped up to it. Cause she's like, oh, this is news to us. And he's like, yeah. So and then she's like, this is somebody you don't want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
Leave.
She's disgusted by you.
Yeah.
Stop paying for her stuff.
Didn't she say like don't put yourself down or something like that? Wasn't it right? It was like going so
no,
fast.
No, that sounds right. Yeah, like don't you don't need to be with somebody that that doesn't like you. Go find somebody that does. She thinks she's disgusted by you. You don't need to put yourself through this.
I just want to know the gap from like when he got back from there originally to when, like, how long was that window? Was it 2 months or something like that?
March, let's see, April, May. It was 2 to 3 months. It was pretty quick.
Oh yeah. She's like, oh, she's like, well, if if I get my new breasts, then maybe I might be, persuaded to marry you. She kind of put it like that. Well, she pretty much put it like that. Get me my breasts first, and then we'll talk.
Right, but that's a lie. That's a lie.
I think that's what it was. I think she's been hounding him for the breasts for a long time. I think, and that his logic was probably saying, "Well, now you're all mine. Maybe you don't need the breasts
what do you need these
anymore
for?
because you're not doing the webcam anymore." And I love you. He says, "I love you how you are."
Yep.
And maybe he's also worried about if she goes bigger, then maybe he'll lose her. I don't know, because he's not, he's a hard worker.
He's a hard worker.
He's got a good personality.
Sure. He's willing to learn. I don't know.
He's a volunteer.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I'm just trying to, just say nice things about Mike.
Oh, okay.
To overcompensate for something that he's lacking in other departments.
Oh, I see.
So he's a hard worker.
He's a hard worker.
He loves his dad.
That's
true. Or is that
No, he loves his dad and his grandpa.
Yep, he loves them. He takes care of them.
Yep.
I'm sure he probably takes them to bingo once in a while.
That would be great. I would love to go to bingo.
And if you love bingo and skid marks, he's your guy.
Yeah.
And
He'll take care of your kids.
You're gonna have to deal with bingo and skid marks in your 70s anyways. So it's not like it's never gonna have to happen.
But it is easier if you love the person first.
It is.
She just didn't. She just didn't.
Not today. So
no.
We say
no.
And we bid you a fond adieu. So are we good? Did we cover them all?
Yeah, well, almost. I mean, I would say I did like at the very end where Mike's like, "I'm going to give you the space that you want. Maybe we could still just be friends."
I was like, "Are you breaking up with me?"
So that's our cliffhanger. But I thought it was great, and I also I like the Spanish that we can learn the difference between the two types of love that they were using: te quiero and te amo. Right?
Te amo, yeah.
Yeah.
It's te quiero, I want you.
Care for you. Yeah, one's I care for you. The other one's like I'm in love with you. So
yeah,
different words.
All right, so we got Mike and Ximena done. Good for us. Hamza and Memphis. Good for us.
Good.
Oh God.
Do you want to do?
Yikes! All right. Gino and Jasmine. Let's do them.
Yes, that's the one to do.
And then we have Ben and Mahogany. Right. That's it.
Yes.
Okay.
I did want to say briefly on Gino and Jasmine. I did my math calculations like I do, right? I cut your age in half, and then I add 7. And Gino being 51 and Jasmine being 34, thumbs up. It works because 32 is the youngest that Gino can date.
That was 51. A lot of math. So good. I'm happy that you're in charge.
I did it with everybody. I did them all. Everybody is just barely squeaking in.
Of the numbers department. You're head arithmeticer.
Numbers department.
New title.
Except for Ben and Mahogany, everybody else just squeaks by.
So I didn't realize they were like that there was like that big of a gap for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's because he looks so young in his hat. And any type of hat that he ever wears, especially the was it the Panama Jack hat that he had on?
Panama Jack hat, yes.
Like the hat that you get off the air, like when you get off the airplane, it's like the first gift shop you see, like where you get to like buy like an iPhone charger, and like that ridiculous hat, and gum, and like a $9 bottle of soda. Like that's what you find that hat.
I like this hat, but I definitely think of Panama Jack. That's an old. That's a deep cut. When was the last time you saw anything that said Panama Jack on it?
Isn't that like the line though?
The line of what?
Wait, I don't know. Hold on.
It was like a hat, and he had a little. In my mind, he had a monocle.
But he had like the Panama thing around the brim.
A little nice mustache. What is Panama Jack? What is it? Is it just a?
Yeah, it's like the guy with like the shirt,
a hat.
Yeah.
But what is it? Is it just a clothing brand? What is it? I have no idea.
It's a clothing brand. He had like the Panama. No, they still have them now. I thought. What? Maybe they don't. I don't know.
Maybe they do. I don't know. Panama Jack.
PanamaJack.com. Made with love and care. The original Panama Jack collection, and you get look, and there's the hat right there. Boom. On the website, PanamaJack.com, and you're all welcome. Oh,
gotta have it.
Circle gets the square. Shadow, tell them what they want.
Very nice.
Yeah, you think the Panama Jack hat on. Okay, so all the hats he wants to wear, like the airport, like the hat that's like says like the country that you're in. That's like when you tourists here and they wear like the New York City shirt. Well, that's not even so bad, but like.
You have to. You'd buy a Panama Jack hat if you were in Panama.
No, I can't pull those hats off though either. So it's not really my look.
I don't believe that. You look.
I wouldn't be wearing a hat if I was in Panama because I want like all the sun on my face.
It would be very hot. You might need one. It might be too hot.
That might be true. I don't know. I thought his choice of hats. He has a whole bag of hats. I thought maybe he might have. How about like a nice 10-gallon hat? Maybe like a nice top hat. How about a fedora?
Well, it's kind of a fedora. Jasmine said he brought 4 hats with him on his trip. So
a mining hat would have been fun, with a great big old flashlight in the middle of it. Right.
That would have been a whole vibe for sure.
That would have been like a fun way to introduce somebody to somebody because Jasmine's mom was not having any of it. Zero, zilch. Let me ask you something. They're on everyone lives so good in Panama. I don't know if it's very luxurious everywhere, but every single, I know they're like in like the city and like there are these, but every part of Panama that I've seen has been gorgeous.
Yeah,
including where mom lives, and it's clear that Gino has money, right? This is like his 4th 4-star vacation within a 4-star vacation. Like, how many mini vacations has he had in this one main vacation? And each vacation is more money than the last.
At least on the second one, on top of the.
I think we're on number 4. I don't know. It's been a while. And he's so attached to the hat. Why can't he just get a piece? Or he obviously has a thing about being bald.
He's cheap. They cost money. I wonder if he's actually bald too.
Look how much money do you think he spent on this trip? Oh, he must have spent $50K at least.
No, 50? Not 50.
I don't know. All the money they spent and I need to spend $4 more thousand tomorrow because you got me a toothbrush. I don't know. And the airline tickets, the whole thing, the whole and all the traveling and the jets from every. I don't know.
It was jets.
And maybe all right, maybe 25K, 30K. I don't know. I feel like it's a lot. You can't go down to Claire's Accessories over at the mall or hit the kiosk up and just get something for the top.
Listen, he was only willing to spend $270 on her ring, and you think he's going to get a quality toupee? He's just going to
all the money he spent on the sugar girls.
He stole all of those pens from the front desk. He's cheap. He's a thrifty fellow. There's no way he's gonna buy a toupee.
You know, the sugar girls, I guess, aren't gonna buy themselves, right? They're not.
Exactly.
So
you have to prioritize where you put your money.
but he has a real thing about the hair.
He does.
You would think like it would be like an easy fix, like to get like a nice, and maybe don't go to Claire's. I don't know, like if we're.
What are you gonna get? You think you're gonna get a toupee at Claire's?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to worry about it. Thank God.
Maybe a little clip in. You can get maybe a little clip in, but you can just clip it onto the patch on the back.
Yeah, you might have to like
over.
clip it from the back and just like kind of do like a reverse kind of like domino thing where you just kind of like flip them up and over.
Exactly. It's a nice pink color, like nice Claire's, rainbow unicorn style.
I think you get a nice one for like $500. I would think.
You think he's going to spend $500?
I don't get it. It just makes.
How much do you think he spent on his Panama Jack hat?
That was probably at the airport like a good like $85.
$85.
At the airport, a Coke is like $9.
Well,
I mean, I agree with you, but
oh my God, what did we eat? It was like we had like 2 hamburgers. It was like $67. I'm like, ugh, and they were like horrible.
Ugh, that's too much.
Oh, when we flew to Vegas? Yeah.
Just disappointing. Okay.
Hotel was like, what?
So wait. So they show up at the mom's, and Gino already does not want to take the hat off. How dare he? Gina, in Latin culture, at least Portuguese is for Portuguese. Oh my God. In my house too, like my Italian house, like even like, I would go to my aunt's house. I had to take my hat off. First time like Cody met my family, he had his hat on. I'm like, take your hat off. Because you couldn't wear a hat even in the house. Like not even when you're eating. Like they didn't want you wearing it. Hats were for outside. Mm-hmm. And it really sucked because whenever you went over family's house, you'd have to like do your hair. And if you didn't feel like it, especially when you're hungover, like from a Friday night, you had to go there for like a christening on a Saturday, and like you just want to wear a hat and like be left alone and like, hey. So yeah, hey. I get it. Sorry for that takeaway on that one. But so the mom sees him. I don't think she cracked a smile once.
No, she was very serious. She's very stoic.
Not happy. So they're at the part. So the sister's there. She's like, what, like 15? Well, she was like younger, right?
She was 18.
Oh, 18.
Mm-hmm.
So Jasmine kept asking the mom, like, what do you think? And the mom's like, you asked for it. Like, she would not give him like an inch because you could tell she was just disgusted with him. And like, he's sitting there like this. He always looks like a dog that's cowering, like a dog that just shit. And like he knew he shouldn't have shit on the floor. And so like when you see the dog, he's like this, all like crouched over. He's always like cowering, and like there he is cowering, like and shaking. He's just like rocking back and forth.
He's a little awkward for sure.
And he's like, "Hola, muchachos, bien de biblioteca, usted, sí." And then the mom's like this. And she's getting more mad. And then, like, you can see her, like, her feet going. She's just like...
Yes.
And then Mikey, like, is on the other side of her, just like this, like, all, like, in her face on the other side. And then she just wanted to leave. No. So, I guess, she didn't make it really past... She didn't make it past... She didn't make it far... Oh, my God, I can't talk. She didn't make it past... Why can't I say the sentence?
I don't know. I would help you, but I don't know what sentence you're saying.
I don't know. I don't even know because I can't get it out. My brain is saying, John, something's not making sense and just stop. But I'm like, no, I'm going to say it, goddammit. Now, I'm just going to move on. Yes. It's good.
Okay.
It's really good.
I feel like maybe you were talking about, she had some concerns about the obvious age difference. And he was like, I don't really see it as a big deal. And why haven't you had kids previously? And he's like, it just never happened for me. Like, I was not bothered by the way he answered those questions. I thought he did okay. But then he asked her a question, which was, it seemed like it made the mom pretty uncomfortable, which was, did Jasmine have a lot of boyfriends? when she was growing up.
Real good. Jasmine is my precious.
I can see that for sure. Yes. Yeah. So did Jasmine have a lot of boyfriends? You know, and the mom just made this face like that was the
How
most
dare
horrifying
you?
question. Yeah.
How dare you
dare
insinuate that my daughter was a trollop?
Yes. Exactly. And he's just like, well, it's just she's so beautiful. I would think that there would just be all of these men chasing her. And her mom was like, I didn't allow her to have boyfriends. And that I was very protective of her. And I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do we see that though as like Jasmine being like the good girl? Like and like she came home and like didn't go out, and I don't see that at all.
I
But
do
like, listen,
see
I don't
that.
know.
I can see that being true while she was at home, like she was in middle school and high school, and then as soon as she was an adult and could go out, she just went
an
full
adult,
tilt.
but I see her like making like having like a heart, like having problems in high school, like being like little rebellious and like
Maybe, but also, I mean, she's a literary what is she, a literature American literature professor?
Yeah, sure. That sounds as right as when she says it. So that
I'm just saying, maybe
You
she
got
was
it.
a studious. Maybe she was a girl that was very studious,
Yes.
and her mom focused her
She speaks
attention.
English. I hear she speaks like English in like a university somewhere. That's I don't know. Or I think she got fired from it because of the nudes. I don't know.
Allegedly that somebody
I got
else sent
blocked
it.
by all of them, and it's been just so peaceful. I have like I don't have to look at their stories. I'm out, and I don't go looking for them on I'm like, oh, let me go on a different account and go see what there's. No, thank you. Y'all did me a favor, and I just don't have to look at your shit anymore. So, and right on for Mikey and Ximena for doing me that solid too, because I'm good. Thank you for that.
They all still follow. I still follow them all. Nobody's blocked me, so I'll let you know if anything worthwhile comes up. So far, it hasn't.
It's been a while for me, but yeah. Then this season it hit hard. Well, because like, listen, what have we been watching? So I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What else do we got here? Wait.
He asks for the blessing. He asks for the mom's blessing, and basically the mom says, it's Jasmine's decision, and while she worries about her daughter, she wants her to be happy and not alone. And she says something cute. She says, I adore my little girl. You're taking with you my treasure.
A treasure. Yes. Yeah.
And to make her happy. And it was nice. Like you could see there was real emotions, like Gino, like that hit Gino a certain way. I don't know. He seemed genuine this episode. Who knows for how long?
Oh, I believe her mom. I wish that Jasmine was more like her mom, or if she is, I wish she showed more of that side, because her mom is pretty cool. I liked her. She has like no poker face. Like she wears her heart on her sleeve, like me. Like like I just be seeing it like the mom.
Yes.
And like just trying to like hold it in. Mm-hmm.
But Jasmine did warn him. She said, she's protective, she's strict, she's going to be a hard sell. And I think Gino did the best he is capable of doing. I thought he did. I'm not mad at him.
He's supposed to protect her in a foreign country, in America. Like he's shaking in a ball in fetal position on the couch, like hunkering, like rocking back and forth. And her mom, which is what, a year or two older than he is supposed to look at that man and be like, oh yeah, he's going to take care of my daughter in a faraway country where Lord knows what's going to happen to her. Oh yeah, that would make me feel real safe sending her off with him. Yeah.
No, but how does Jasmine look like the kind of person you could stop from doing something she wants to do?
No. And I think that's the only reason why the mom didn't like full out say like over my dead body or no way in hell or whatever, because I think everybody knows that Jasmine's going to do what Jasmine's going to do. Her friends, whoever else.
Plus she's 34. So
And she
Then we
definitely
cut to
wants
dancing.
to beat of her own drummer.
She does.
So
does Gino, who has great rhythm.
Oh, and don't forget at the end, Gino, with his great rhythm, reached out to his friend about proposing, to which his friend said, hell no.
I don't know if I would say he said hell no. He was like, it's only been a couple
might have said,
weeks,
oh,
bro.
hell no. There might have been some hang on. He might have been, oh, hell no. Like, I don't know if there was some, like, but I have, friend says, oh, hell no.
Yeah, he said, if you can't get along in paradise, how are you gonna, then that's as good as it gets. So,
and like, not even paradise. You were like in like several paradises within paradise.
Yes.
It's like going to like, okay, here's oh my God, what a great analogy. It's like going to Disney World and then getting to stay at like Cinderella's castle in the middle of the park overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, have you been there? Because it's not great, but I guess you have to, maybe if you get permission to do the full princess experience. Yeah, the castle's not that exciting unless you get the princess experience. Then I think it's fun.
The one like in the middle of the park at the top of the castle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like only special people
but you could only just walk through it normally.
You were in
it's
there?
just like a walkway.
You were in there?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've walked through.
Like where they have like the bedroom up there?
Who are you talking to? Me?
Yeah, who else?
I didn't see any bedroom. There's nothing to see. But I think
in the middle of the Magic Kingdom in Cinderella's castle, there is like a hotel room. And like
I didn't see the hotel room.
It's like
it's Cinderella.
Is there?
Yes, it's like you can stay there, but it's only for like the elite.
Invited.
You have to be invited. Look it up. It's very interesting.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you haven't caught my vibe yet, but I'm just not like a princess kind of girl. So.
And the glass is all like this in the stained glass with the princess. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's very.
Google it.
Have you seen it?
No, I only know it from Google. Okay, because last time I checked, my last name wasn't Carnegie.
But you can get a full princess experience there too, where they dress you, pick your princess, and they dress you up like it, and you have tea and all that stuff.
No, this is like a thing where you stay in the castle and you have like the park. So it's crazy. Read about it. It's actually super cool. I don't even know if you can buy it. I think that you have to. I think you have to be like invited. You have to be like like the Sultan of Brunei or like Oprah, or like someone to be like it in that category of like.
But I think it's like 15,000 or something a night, like for all these people that come
unless
there.
they change it. I don't know. But and here's our 15th tangent of the night. But yes. And see, I don't even like Disney all that much. Well, I love Universal because I need my Harry Potter. So
I like Universal.
I went to Disney twice.
I like Epcot too.
Is Harry Potter in Disney now?
No, Harry Potter's in Universal.
Oh, okay. Man, I haven't been so long.
Universal, and we do it for like 3 days because it's a lot to cover. Definitely. All right, moving on.
We did do it for 3 days.
Okay. Gino's gonna propose. His friend says, "Nah, that's not a good idea."
And that's all I got for that. All right.
That's all we got.
All right.
One couple, the big one, the big fun one.
Ben and Mahogany. Ben and Mahogany.
In their inappropriate relationship.
So, to recap from last week, Ben was floored to find out that Mahogany Williams was 22 and not 24 as her rented parents had said. Correct. So, all the actors, they didn't get their lines, so they didn't know where to step in. Ben, our poor Ben, is realizing that nothing is making sense, and I'm actually giving credit for it because I thought he'd be like, he's like the apartment was weird. She had a surfboard in it. There were bunk beds. There was no pictures. You could tell she didn't live there. Nothing made sense. And I'm like, okay, at least he's connecting the dots, because he was from the cult, and I didn't know, if he was gonna be like, if she was like, oh, I'm just staying here because, I'm getting hardwood floors put in, and I need a place to stay for a week. or however long you're here until you leave.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Like, oh, she's just getting her floors fixed, or whatever. But
yeah, something doesn't add up. Yeah, and his friend's like, well, just look for the patterns. Just look for the patterns, bro.
And he's saying, "Oh my god, I could never date anybody who's 22. That's my daughter's age."
Yeah, because 24 was so much better. No,
like I want to know, like they're so tight between the ages. I want to know, like what happened to them in that cult. Like what happened in that weird. And did you see that weird picture that they took from the?
Yes.
Oh, if that doesn't scream, like I need to know the other pictures on that. Like, please. Because that photo album can tell you some stories.
I have no doubt. I
It might
have
give
no
you
doubt.
for the rest of your life. I'm just saying. All right.
Yeah.
Where are we? I get all hot and twisted when I talk about that. Go ahead.
Well, they're gonna go meet her girlfriends, right? Angie and Elizabeth, and get some ice cream.
Girlfriends.
Yes.
Okay, and before the girlfriends show up, she meets him, and what bothers me so much is like her when she speaks English, it's like she speaks better English than I do. Like there's like not even an accent. And then like here comes Ben. Do 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 do. Hola, donde estás? And like she's like, I'm fine. Like what's up? And he's like, donde está la zapateria? And then she's like, and you can see her like she's like, oh my god, well he just speaks English to me. And then she's like,
yeah,
the shoe store's just down the street this way. And then she goes to her, then she goes to her confessionals where it's all in Spanish. Where like she can't speak a lick of English. But then she speaks more English than she speaks Spanish when she's with him. Huh?
And she asks complicated questions. She's not just asking, rudimentary things. She's asking really good, insightful questions in English.
But she's like, what's the square root of like the Pythagorean theorem? I'm like, oh, you can say all that?
Exactly. But because we're going to meet the friends, he pulls out, look, I got a new translator app. Are we trying to sell a 90-Day Fiance translator app this season? What's going on? What's going on?
You can tell, like, they keep pushing, like, speak Spanish when you're there. Speak Spanish, like, when they're together. And it's just so... It's like, when you're watching My 600-Pound Life and, like, they're doing their confessionals and they sit... Kind of also how, like, Memphis does hers. And you can tell on 600-Pound Life, like, they're reading off cards because, the EP is, like, they're right there in front of the camera. So, like, they're, like, this close to you. And it's like, hi... Well, I got very sad today. Doctor now said I wasn't eating the right way. And I only lost 3 pounds in 4 months, but I'm doing everything I can. And Doctor now, he ain't going to take me back unless I really step up my game. And it's like the same thing. And that's why I hate it so much. And that's why I can't stand
it. It is weird on that show because every single person talks like that. Like, do they make them read it as slow as possible?
Yeah. It's total. That's what they're doing. It's like, and like, there's like no, you can tell like when some of the confessionals here like are forced, like those like the on the flies, when you'll see them like, not in the background. When they have them off to a corner, whatever.
Okay.
Those are sometimes more forced, but the confessionals usually shouldn't be forced. And like, she's all, I don't know. So let's get back to the friends that they also rented. We have rented Mahogany, we have rented parents, and now we have her 2 best rented friends. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so Ben, they get the ice cream, and of course he asks, tell me something that you love about Mahogany. And her first friend says, you can always trust and count on her, which of course is hilarious.
Is she like in the Marines?
She's very mature. She's very responsible. You can trust her.
what kind of blanket answers are these? Oh, hibbity bibbity. Oh, I went to university with Ximena. And I can tell you from going to university with Ximena that she was always prompt and handed our paperwork in on time.
You're right. This very generic answer. It sounds like she knows nothing. And then
Are you
Ben
kidding
goes
me?
on.
Just go ahead. No, keep going.
Oh, well, it's the question you like, I'm sure. Then Ben says, oh, something that you want me to know as her new boyfriend. And her friend says, well, I didn't know you were her boyfriend.
And then she's like, she's sitting there. I feel like they all have like pieces in, like her and the two friends, and like they're just getting like instructions, like while they're sitting there,
Yes.
like, okay,
Say this.
I really feel like that's going on. And then Ben's like, well, are you my? Do eres mi novia? I'm sorry, I screwed up the Spanish on that one, but close.
That's pretty close.
And she's like, oh hell no. She's like, and then what did he say next to her? Like, but we talked about like family and what was the other thing? Family and what else?
And marriage.
And you said that you loved me. And then she said no. I it was different because we were speaking on the phone. We never met. We were just kind of like, I guess, like in her way, like kind of flirting with him by saying that she loved him. Was like kind of her excuse.
Yeah, she's like, you just say stuff like that to see if you're both on the same page. You both want the same things, not like, oh, we're going to go do this thing. And I mean, listen, I don't disagree with her on that. I do think he is like way too serious, way too early. It's like we haven't even met each other.
Intense, man.
Yes. And he's like, we planned a family together. I traveled 4,000 miles to be with her. And I'm not even her boyfriend. I'm really confused. It's like, how are you confused? She doesn't know you. She doesn't know you. He's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny and it's sad, and she doesn't know them like that. Like those are the two best people you can bring to show like what kind of person you are, Mahogany. I'm surprised you didn't call her like Judy or Phyllis at one point. Oh, I'm sorry.
That would have been great.
Marianne, huh? Oh, Mahogany. Okay, that's right.
Oh my gosh.
I've known her since university.
Oh yes, we are great friends, the best of friends. Can we move on to the next day?
Yes, go.
They are also getting a getaway to Wakachino, which I just like the name of.
Oh, okay. Another getaway within a getaway. I love all these getaways.
Yes. Wakachino. Wasakaka con frito. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. And while they're there, he's looking through his texts to verify that she really did say all this stuff, that he didn't invent this relationship in his mind. And she did. She did text all the things he thinks she texted.
Because he had to, be like, listen, he had to, I got to look with my own, I had God in this. And he went back and she did say it, but then she had a good point because she was like, well, you kind of missed the first step. You never said what her status was, which I'll let her get away with that.
I will too. He was being presumptuous.
And like, again, I just want to know who this girl really is and like who the real Mahogany Roca is.
I'm gonna be one of those people that are outliers and think that she really is who she says she is, and that she really thought that this was just a fake, this was just her flirting and having a good time and feeling good about herself. Probably because she broke up with her real boyfriend and she just needed somebody to. I can't
find her like IG anymore or Ben's. Did they delete theirs or did they block me? Did I lose another two? That could also be.
Why would you have lost them? Why would you? Let me look. I feel like they're still there.
Because I can't see either of them. What's his name? I know Mahogany Roca. Mahogany Liar.
Oh shoot! What did happen to Mahogany?
Okay, maybe they shut theirs down then. Okay, All right. Well, I didn't get blocked by half the cast, so at least I got that going for me.
Yeah, where did Mahogany go?
Okay,
Oh, okay. Oh wait, there she is. No, I found her.
Oh, is she like? Wait, really?
Wait, this is a different one. Why does this look different? She made a new one. This is a different
Her real name is Willow. See, I feel like here's what's gonna happen. Either there really is, like, so Willow, and Willow, in my head, like, had this relationship with him, and then when it got too serious, she convinced like her friend, whoever this Mahogany is, to like, or she convinced her friend, whose identity she took, Mahogany, to meet him and make it seem like he was talking to her the whole time. Maybe that's why she keeps getting caught in lies and stuff like that. Or the whole thing is completely made up by production and they're all actors. Both completely plausible.
I mean, I just think that young people, when they break up with somebody, they'll real quick get on a dating app just to have conversations with people, just so that they can feel wanted and attracted, attractive to the opposite sex, just to fluff their own egos. And that's all this was for her. And he made it into a whole thing, and she's stuck with him now.
And keep going, Maria. Hold on, I gotta check on the phone.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm here. I'm in earshot.
Are you peeing again? Is this another pee break? Okay, what happens next? Okay, so they're gonna go to this getaway to Wakachino, and they're in the car, right? And he's hoping that they're going to get to a deeper level, and that they're going to bond, and that it's going to feel like it did in those text messages. And even Mahogany says that their connection is different in person, and then it is. Yeah, their connection is different in person than it is in the chat, and that while they're sitting in the car, it's just silence. It's just silence until she brings up Jesus and just kind of asks him about how he feels about Jesus when he was up on the cross, which feels like,
oh God, that conversation, like after just hours of silence, like let's get into I guess it brought them together. Wouldn't be an icebreaker for my first time meeting a date, I guess, but maybe after 3 hours of silence, they needed Jesus, and he came through and he helped them. So there we go.
Somehow that broke the tension. That conversation breaks the tension as they both talk about what a great dude Jesus was, and it was weird, man. It was weird.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, but they're weird. So it's
so weird.
It is what it is. So okay, so what else do we have? All right, we're almost in an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. So they're going on a sand dune buggy ride.
That looks fun and also very dangerous. I don't know if I'd want to do that because going that deep into the desert, I'd be worried that if the thing broke down or some weird sandstorm came and I'd be lost in the middle of nowhere forever. That would be fun because there was nothing there but desert at all.
There was. I'm sure that they just have to trust their guide as he takes them on a journey. They just gotta trust. But there was a beautiful tent set up there with a really nice meal. I thought that was cool. It was a nice touch. Oh, and then they start asking questions. Mahogany's like, "What were you like when you were my age?" Which I was like, "What were you like when you were my age?"
Fair question. Who back then, we had back when Ike was, we liked Ike back then, and
listen,
a postage stamp was 4 cents.
When he was her age, she wasn't even alive. So she wasn't alive. Oh my gosh! But he talked about how he had just gone out of college and he needed.
His daughter was just not her.
Yeah, not her. Oh yeah. So he got out of college. He needed to get a wife and children, and he wanted to be a pastor. And that they just sort of ignored the problems and pretended to be perfect. And then she asked, "Do you have a good relationship with your wife?"
Yeah.
And he's like,
and then she got mad because he said it was
Yeah, she took it as he was blaming his wife for their marriage situation, right? That, she's still mad at him. He's gone to therapy though, but she can't get over it. His wife will not get over it.
Her. I felt like that was her way out. Mahogany Williams, like, oh look, like he,
Yes.
he doesn't like kids, and
his 27-year-old girlfriend,
he's
yes,
not
did not like his kids.
He doesn't have a good relationship with his his wife, and but weren't they just caught filming?
Very true. I don't know why they're filming. I don't know how this relationship can possibly work. I do not get it. I don't get why she would want to keep going, unless she is an actress and she's willing to do it because they're paying her. But
at least she's working. So many people are out of work, so I guess good for her, right?
And then Ben asks her, what's changed between texting and now? Why are we not boyfriend and girlfriend? And yeah, this is when she's like, you never asked me, and you just like skipped a step. And yeah, I assumed since we talked about marriage and family, and she's like, well, for me, it was just texting. You talk about these things to see if you're on the same page. And then that's when you find out, did you ever date anybody in your 20s? And he says he did for 3 years. I think I was surprised by that his 27-year-old girlfriend was for 3 years before he figured out that she didn't get along with his children.
Right. And then she was like, no children. I don't know. Poor guy can't ever seem to get it right.
Yeah. And that's why she's like, maybe it's you. Maybe it's not them. Maybe it's you. A pastor who doesn't take responsibility for his mistakes and is very immature. That's what she said. He was very immature.
And don't forget, hold on. Wait.
Oh, wait. I know what you're going to say.
No, I just wanted to read that they, just a creepy title. What was it called?
Creepy title.
Youth and music pastor and wife, Lisa. And he looks so much younger than her. He looks like that could be like, yeah. Looks like he could be his mom in this picture. She does look like a little bit older.
Yeah.
So
I mean, sometimes those hairstyles don't.
Oh, wait. Maybe that's why he's going so young, because she looks a little bit older. How much older is the ex-wife?
I bet they're like the same age. I bet they're real close. I just think she has that demure hairdo that just makes you look like 20 years older than you are. I don't know.
He's got that Michelle Duggar split bang thing going on where it just ages you like terribly.
Yes, that's the one. Gorgeous. No.
Right?
Yeah. And then what happens? Something else happened. Oh, he didn't like that she was questioning him about his past or about the inconsistencies in his story when he didn't question her inconsistencies. And to that, I'm like, why are you not questioning her inconsistencies? Why do you think it's okay to pretend all of that's okay?
I agree. I just love how she tried to start calling him a catfish. I'm like, is she trying to flip the script?
She is.
Is she trying to call is a catfisher trying to call him a catfisher? I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. Listen, when you take a modeling photo, I'm sure when you're a man, to make your pecs look nice and fluffy in the moment, you got to work out right beforehand. So your veins are all popping. So yeah, when you see him in person, he wasn't working out 3 minutes ago. He's going to look more. He's not going to look as poofy. But he looks like his pictures. To me, he doesn't look like he's catfishing anybody. But I agree. She's just finding excuses because he's coming on too hard. But why are we in a second season? Why is she in the second season?
I don't know. Unless maybe they're doing a what now or something like that. I certainly hope we're not going to see him on Happily or something. No, Happily is going to start too soon. It wouldn't be that. I don't know. Maybe he decides to move down to wherever she is Rancho Cucamonga, Peru. That sounds about right.
Yep.
Whatever
I like
the equivalent is, and yeah.
Yep.
So how was
I
your
like
day?
that. How was my day? It was a lot of watching this garbage today. And also, what we do in the shadows. Have you ever watched that? It's like a vampire show. It's ridiculous and wonderful.
No, but I'll tell you what we have been watching. We've been on a kick on like a Gordon Ramsay kick. So we watched the whole first season of that Next Level Chef, which like had like its flaws. I like the first half of it, and then we watched the last season of Master Chef, and we finished that last night. I don't know. We're just on cooking stuff now. Can't get enough of it.
He's not on Master Chef though, right?
Gordon?
Is he?
Yeah, it's his show.
It is. Okay, is there Hell's Kitchen?
He's on every.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He did Master Chef. That's the one where all the tables and everybody's competing. Okay.
They have like their own little they have like their own little island, and yeah, they all compete against each other. Like they're people like chefs from home. So
I really like watching Master Chef Junior. I like Master Chef Junior. That's what I was all about. But little kids that can cook, I liked that one.
Yeah, like I didn't like the kids one because like it was hard to see like a little 7-year-old cry when like they're grilled, and like they could cook like stuff like I'm like, how does a 9-year-old know how to make beef Wellington? Like I
don't know. They don't.
Like I couldn't make a pinto sandwich until I was like 13.
What was I making? I was making cup of soup at 7. Let me put this cup in the microwave and have some cup of soup. Well, I think we're good until next week when something fun happens.
I think so too. All right, guys, it's been a real hoot and a holler. Did you ever watch Sister Wives? The last part.
But I can. I can.
Yeah, because we gotta cover that, and then
okay.
I actually wanted to talk about Darcy and Stacy because I realized that the reunion was on tonight, and although I haven't watched any of this season or last season, I watched the first few episodes of the first season, but I kind of want to watch the show off between, I guess, Darcy, Jesse, and Tom. Because I think tonight. So that might be something fun to talk about.
We could do that. Do you want to do that one tomorrow, or do you want to do Sister Wives, or should we just let Sister Wives die?
Let's see how the mood takes us. Let's see where it goes.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, but Sister Wives, I don't know. Kind of want to get Sister Wives over with, but we'll see.
Okay.
I kind of want to
do that.
Need like a break from 90 Day, but like oh, maybe it's Jersey, but unless you guys don't watch it, well, maybe we'll mix it up. Maybe we'll do Sister Wives. Maybe we'll watch it later. Yeah, that sounds good. Or I might change it. I don't know.
Exactly. Fly by the seat of your pants.
That's
just like we always do. Okay.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great night, and I will see y'all later or tomorrow. Oh wait, should I do an after show?
Oh
shoot. Yeah. I'm gonna do a head hag one because it's just a continuation of the one from last night.
Okay.
So I kind of figured out what we were talking about, and then tomorrow night after our live, we'll do a regular after show associate, and then that'll be that. It's gonna be this after show is gonna be like another quickie. So I'll set up for what time is it? Ugh. All right, 9:42. I'll set up for 10. So like 18 minutes.
Okay. Sounds good.
See you guys there. Bye, everybody.
All right.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.